Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss psychology question paper, and this is going to be useful for the people who are preparing for KPSC, IAS and other competitive exams. Do like my videos and subscribe my channel for more updates. How useful are the past papers for revisions? Answering past papers helps you to work out which topics you know really well and figure out what gaps you need to focus on. By testing your knowledge can check your revision progress and feel more confident about what you already know. With that note, let us continue psychology paper 1, and this is for 250 marks, and instruction we have to have thorough knowledge that we already know that each of the following instructions carefully before attending the questions. And there are 8 questions divided in 2 sets or printed both in Hindi and English, and candidate has to attempt at least 5 questions in all, and 1 and 5 are compulsory out of the remaining 3 are to be attempted, choosing at least 1 questions from each sections. The number of marks carried a question paper or question as a part is indicated against it. Answers must be written in medium authorized in admission certificate, which must be stated clearly on the cover. This questions come answer sheet and booklet. In the space provided, no mark will be given for the answer written in the medium other than the authorized one. So be careful, whatever the subjects that you have, whatever the language that you choose at the time of filling application, so stick to that language. That will help you. Word limit in questions whenever specified should be authored, and if answered is must long in much longer or shorter than the prescribed length, marks may be deducted. So stick to the limited answer. An attempt of questions shall be counted in the sequential order unless struck off, or attempt of a question shall be counted even attempt partially. Any page or partial of the page left blank in the questions come answer booklet must be clear struck off. So that's all for the instruction part. Let us move on to the section 1, and each will be having a 5 marks, 10 into 5, so 50 marks question is this. Answer the following about 150 words. So what are the limit of institution and common sense? Why do psychiatrists emphasize on scientific method and discuss? State the role of a psychologist in resolving interpersonal conflict and social unrest. Discuss the challenges during group brainstorming process. Describe the role of mass media in shaping the behavior of adolescent supporting with appropriate examples, and with reference of concept of memory constructions evaluate the accuracy of eyewitnesses testimony in judicial trials. How do basic and applied research differ? Explain how knowledge from basic research helps solve a practical problem. Discuss the factor causing cognitive decline in the elderly. Describe the bottom-up and top-up processing sensor informations. How much nature in bracket genetic factors and nature environmental factor contributes to person's physical or cognitive and socio-economical development. Next question is describe the principle of classical conditioning. Illustrate the appropriate applications of the classical conditional principle in real life. And next question is explain the importance of cognitive neuropsychology and socio-culture perspective in understanding human behavior. Why is selective attention important? Discuss the theories of selective attentions. Which method is appropriate to investigate gender differences in aggressive behavior at the workplace? Elaborate. And describe the role of schemas and mnemonic devices in expertise and explanations memory. Section B, answer the following questions about 150 words. Some psychological meaning can reliable but not valid. Elaborate it with example. This is asked for 5 mark question. 10 into 5 is equal to 50 marks. And second question is IQ scores predict success in academic, job and other life outcomes. Evaluate. What is self-efficiency? Discuss the potential benefit of enhancing self-efficiency. From operational thought is not universally achieved. Discuss. Give a critical appraisal on the practice of using aptitude tests to predict professional for high school children. Next is, are we born with a personality? Critically evaluate with a theoretical interpretation. Describe the strategies of effective communication training. Discuss the psychological basis of emotion and its measurement. Which approaches to motivations are more commonly used in an organization? How these approaches may help to sustain or increase motivation. Describe different types of meditation and its effort on health and well-being. Discuss the use of computer application in various domains or practice in psychology. Humans strive to assign causes to action of self and other and fall into trap of bias and errors. Critically discuss. Discuss the cognitive and motivational determinant of the belief in extrasensor perception. Give comparative analysis of the behavioralistic and nativistic perspective of language development. That's all for this question paper. We'll also discuss the paper 2 today. This is a psychology paper 2 and it is again 250 marks. The instructions are almost the same. So without wasting much time, let us continue section 1. Answer the following about 150 words. Stick to the answer writing because you have more to write. 10 questions you have to attempt into 5 marks is equal to 50 questions. Discuss the psychological test used for section of defense personnel. What are the steps to be taken to promote gender friendly environment at workplace? Describe the different method for making psychological test reliable. What role do the social agencies play in the rehabilitation of HIV/AIDS patients? Discuss the role of community psychology for handling community mental health problem. Second main is explain the major steps to be taken for the training of children with learning disability. Highlight the importance of career counseling in enhancing students' success in life. Why is group discussion making important for social change? What error and biases occurs during the process of group discussion making? What are the different types of psychological tests for personality assessment? Describe the main tenets of cognitive therapy or compare it with psychological therapy. Is prejudice inevitable? Discuss the techniques for reducing caste prejudice. How does power in organization tend to concentrate in the hands of a few persons? Discuss the tactics used to gain power. Write about the strategies for motivating students and belonging to disadvantaged group for their development. Describe the different types of anxiety disorders. What are the behavioral approaches to treat such patients? Section 2 or section B, answer the following questions in about 150 words each. Explain the factors affecting the work motivations with work organization in India. What are the consequences of being a member of disadvantaged group? Discuss the methods used by physiologists to bring unconscious motives into consciousness. Elaborate upon the strategies for including pro-environmental behavior. What do you understand by mood disorder? Discuss the causes. How does self-fulfilling prophecy work? Describe how the gender bias is an example of self-fulfilling prophecy in Indian context. Elaborate on psychological interventions for improving performance, esteem, gyms like hockey, games like hockey. What do you understand by psychology of advertising? How can consumer awareness be enhanced through advertising? Highlight the psychological consequences of living in high population density area. Illustrate the characteristics of the entrepreneurial behavior. How can it be promoted among the youth? Describe the impact of electric media on adolescents' behavior. What are the forms of social conflicts? Explain the methods of resolutions of social conflict. In the light of post-COVID-19 pandemics, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of online learning. What is need of early identifications of mentally challenged children? Write about the strategy for early interventions. We also check the 2021 paper 1 physics. So we'll discuss next class. That's all for the day, friends. Do like my videos and subscribe my channel. Thank you.